Now, we modern humans often consider ourselves the best humans ever. And today, the society we have is so much better than the societies of the past. I often hear these discussions on social media these days. Everything is better now. Nothing was better in the past. Well, especially when something is said so emphatically and strongly, I get a little suspicious, a bit obstinate. But it seems like some people, they really feel that need of convincing ourselves that nothing was better in the past. I don't know why, really. But maybe it is because our standard, our idea of what it means to live a good life have changed. And that's what I saw when I grew up, how the humans had very great hopes of finding happiness in the new technology-driven, comfortable society that was developing. Look, here is a refrigerator. Look, here is a vacuum cleaner. I mean, I saw these things appear in our home when I grew up. My grandmother, grandfather didn't have such things. They had a very simple home on the countryside. So I saw a bit of that, and especially that shift there as a child watching it. When I became teenager and saw how things were happening in the world, I wasn't convinced that this was leading to anything good, or to everything good, at least. Now, I think it is like this. Our satisfaction, happiness, if you will, it's an inner thing, right? Of course it is. It's a feeling, now I'm okay, I'm happy, I'm satisfied. But I think these sense pleasures, this sense gratification idea that happiness comes more the more enjoyment you have. You make your plans and you work, and you get more of that pleasure. And you think, wow, this is great, I want more and more. But what happens then is that after a while you get used to it. And it's not so vibrant and fascinating and pleasurable even anymore. It just becomes normal life. But then, if you don't get that level, that standard, you become very frustrated and unhappy. So I think that maybe that's what happened. As humans gave up religion or the spiritual understanding rather about themselves, that happiness is there within, and one should just live in the right way, and then one will be happy. And the materialistic understanding of life that came from materialistic philosophy, materialistic science really, that kind of took over there in the beginning of the 20th century, when people then, because of that, started to look for their happiness in material sense pleasures. That's just natural what you do when you learn that we're only material and life is just about, well, first of all, survival, but hopefully not only that, but enjoying as much as you can with your senses, because that's what you are, a bunch of senses, right? So the soul and all the joy and happiness and satisfaction there within, that you still find, of course, in many older and Eastern cultures as essential. You find that balance and harmony and inner satisfaction and higher consciousness, a deeper understanding of yourself, that disappeared. If it was even there in religion around here in those days, because I thought religion was rather boring because it became more of a negative thing, rules and things that one was not allowed to do, like having fun. And now we have humanity, at least here in the privileged part of the world, you could say, who are just addicted to a very high and intense level of material enjoyment and comfort. And it may feel like it's impossible to give up now, just like with drugs, but it isn't impossible. You just need to break a habit and replace it with another one which really makes you happy and satisfied. But if you can at least accept that you are not a body, but the soul within, or whatever you want to call it, us, and at least theoretically that in there in you as a soul, as a living being, the happiness and satisfaction that you are looking for exists already, is part of our very nature. And that's actually the treasure we are looking for. It's there within ourselves. It is ourselves. But we have become so absorbed in the body, which is just a vehicle for us. But one that we have started thinking that this is me and this is all that I am.